everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do my makeup accordingly to my personal color type. I've talked about personal color on my channel before, and I've also done a few personal color kind of makeup looks. I always describe myself as a summer cool. I'm no longer really sure. Over the past few months I've realized I think I am actually more neutral than I am neutral to cool. I feel like mostly I just have a neutral undertone because I have realized too much of a cool tone actually washes me out, and I guess I was just trying to convince myself that that was actually my color that suits me. Like the tones that suit me should be very cool. I actually also do look good in something a little warmer, which I would say would be a spring warm. So I think I'm really in between a summer cool, spring warm, meaning I'm neutral. I can pull off both. For that reason I wanted to do a makeup look that I feel like it could be wearable for spring light people but also for summer cool people, because I'm doing kind of like a neutral pink kind of look today. It's not going to be pink like my cardigan, it's just going to be a wash of color. I'm excited to see if I can pull this off, so we shall see. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. I'm going to be using foundation. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Perfect Match foundation. I have the shade 1.N, which is a neutral undertone, very fitting. Now I won't be using this how most people use it, by using it all over the face with a brush and everything. I like to mix a little bit. Like, this is embarrassing. People who like full coverage be like, girl, just don't use any at all. So I take that little amount of foundation and I mix it in with my sunscreen actually. So we're kind of doing just a little foundation cocktail, nothing heavy. What I usually do is I just dot it on my face. I just drag it from the inside of my face outwards, so it doesn't create like that line and mask effect. I feel like it just looks so skin-like. It feels lightweight still, and I feel like once the foundation starts to kind of warm up with my face or like with my skin, I feel like then you can really tell how even my skin looks throughout the day. I'm going to apply my concealer, and since the foundation did cover a little bit of redness, I don't have to use it everywhere. And to blend that out, I'm actually taking a brush. I've been liking to use this little Fillimilli brush. This is the 550. It's a little eyeshadow brush actually, but I really like this for my concealer. So I am using that to blend that out. I like that I can stipple, I can buff a little bit, and since I don't really like to apply my makeup in huge areas and I like to be very detailed and precise, this brush is nice. For like actually really detailed spot concealing, I would recommend something way smaller like this. This is a lip brush actually, but it's the perfect size and shape to really get in there if you have like a small spot, and this would be better for like wider areas obviously. Very important step is to set everything lightly. I'm using the Essence Flawless Skin Trio powder that comes with 3 different colors. I kind of just take whatever color decides to come out, and I just use that to lightly buff over. For my bronzer, I want to use my Catrice Sun Lover Baked Bronzer. It has a soft sheen to it, but it doesn't show up on the skin. It doesn't look shiny or anything. It does have a glow to it, but it's barely noticeable on the skin. Like, I don't really see it unless I go in with a magnifying mirror, which who does that in real life? For my blush, I will be mixing 2 colors. I want to use as a base first the Nude Peach Blush from 3CE. And on top goes Blueberry Chip from Romance. So I feel like these 2 together should create a pretty neutral color. To apply that, I'm obviously using my Fillimilli 885. It's my favorite brush to use when I do use my K-Beauty blushes. To highlight my face, I think a just champagne color would be so suitable. I mean, it's pretty neutral, so it goes with everything. So I'm using my Miss Mercury highlighter from Rembeauty, taking just a little bit on my brush and placing that on my nose tip, whatever is left on the Cupid's bow, and on the tops of my cheekbones. I curled my lashes off camera, and now we can jump into the eyeshadow part, which is, as per usual, very natural. We'll be using the Lazy Soft Paw palette from Clio today. I feel like this is a cool tone to neutral kind of color story. You have some cooler tones over here, but you also have a little bit of a warmth in this side. It's pretty light, which is what I prefer. We have some light pinks that don't pull too cool tones. So for the base, I will be mixing light matte shade as well as the strawberry milk shade. Just go back and forth and kind of mix these two together. I'm applying that again on my eyelid. Now for my crease and outer V, I'll be using this warm beige shade. Since this is very close to my natural skin tone, this will give just a little bit of warmth and shadow. Middle brown, and I'm just deepening my crease a little bit. Since these shades are pretty mid-toned, these are great for chronic over-appliers like I am. Now for some shine and sparkle, I think I'll be starting with this bottom shade and then just add a little bit of this one as well. For the inner corners, I'll be using the same highlighter I used on my face, because this palette doesn't really have like a smooth, just like shimmer shade. Now for eyeliner, obviously, like I always do anyways, but I feel like especially today it would look very good, is a brown eyeliner instead of black. Black obviously leans cool, it's a little bit more harsh. I feel like depending on the makeup look, it can look absolutely beautiful, but for a day-to-day, just more soft looks, I feel like a brown color just isn't too much, and it's just my preferred shade. Excuse the mirror, but I can't see without it. To make it a little bit more smoky, I will be using the darkest charcoal kind of color in the palette, and I go right over top of. With the same kind of sentiment as the eyeliner, you could go for a more neutral mascara, like a brown, a soft ash color. I really enjoy the Romand Handle Fix mascara in the shade Long Ash, but I want to go for just my black mascara today, because since the eyeliner is already soft, I can apply a black mascara, and I feel like it just looks perfectly fine. It doesn't look too much. I really have to buy this mascara again. It's Sky High from Maybelline. It's my favorite Western mascara, because this is really starting to dry out, and I will be going on vacation in 2.5 weeks, and this has to be with me. It's maybe not the most smudge-proof mascara. Throughout the day, I do have to remove it a little bit from my brow bone, but it holds the curl. I like how it makes my lashes look, so I can live with the fact that it may not be the most smudge-proof. Like, it's not as waterproof as the Handle Fix mascara, but this one makes my lashes just a little bit more dramatic, so I do enjoy that about it. For the brows, I just do what I usually do. This is a step that I wouldn't like strictly stick to that entire idea of being neutral, and just pick whatever fits your brow color and hair color the best. Now lastly, for the lips, this is, I guess, also their personal preference, whatever you prefer. I mean, you could go for a neutral color that is mid-toned. You can go for a neutral color that is deep. Like I told you in the beginning, I prefer something light. I will be using a neutral lip liner, just a neutral brown color. And blend that out. And on top, I think I want to use today the Super Peptide from Essence in the shade Coralized. It's a warmer pink, which I would in turn describe to be pretty neutral, I guess. A pretty pink color. I hope that you give this neutral pink makeup look a try. Let me know how you liked it. I really like it because obviously it's soft. I love soft shades. I like that these pink tones don't wash me out, or like better saying, for instance, the blush combination. Like just this one on its own also doesn't wash me out, but I feel like especially with this warmer peach as a base, all together I feel like just is very uniform and just looks very even. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. That means so much to me and it helps my channel out immensely. So I really hope to see you in my next video, and until then, please take good care of yourself. Bye.